It is day number 3 from the Hockey Canada Women's Development Camp in Calgary, Alberta. And it is a matchup between a pair of undefeated teams, black versus white. Hello and welcome inside the Mark and McPhail Center in Calgary Olympic Park, the WinSport facility on hockeycanada.ca. I am Dave Dawson with our HN Live broadcast crew as we will step aside momentarily for O Canada and get ready for a battle of 2 undefeated teams.
Please rise, if able, and remove your hats for the playing of the national anthem.
Team Black came out to an 8-4 victory on the opening day over Team Red. That was a Tuesday where they had 7 different goal scorers in that one, 10 point getters in total. In between the pipes, starting things off for Black today will be number 1, Kendra Woodland, who will make her second appearance, 10 shots, 9 saves from Kamloops, BC. Played 16 games for UNB and U Sports this year, 11-5 record, a 160 goals against, and a 937 save percentage. Also played a pair of games in 2018 for Canada's team in the U18 World Championships. On the other side, it's Kristen Campbell making her first appearance of the event so far from Brandon, Manitoba. Was part of that gold medal winning team on the Beijing Olympics. Also won a gold in the Women's World Championships in 2021 as well. And we'll get to the rest of her stats because they are incredible on the next whistle. Dave Dawson, Ron Radke, Chris Colwell, your entire HN Live broadcast crew, thank you so much for spending your Thursday afternoon/evening, or maybe morning, wherever you're tuning in from. Pleasure to have you along with us at the WinSport Arena. As O'Neill had a great game yesterday, dumps it into the zone. She was one of the 4 players who did score for Team White, who were down 2-0 to gold, stormed back and scored 4 unanswered to win that one yesterday. And Black over the line on the left wing side. Nice little move in front of the net and a save right away by the goaltender, Kristen Campbell, off of the stick of Amy Potomac. Obviously both Potomacs playing, Sarah and Amy, on the same line. One of them plays for Minnesota, the NCAA, and the other one, assistant coach at Trinity Western. A lot of accolades those 2 young players have on their shoulders for sure. As we have a look at Team White on the way back, and without numbers on the shoulders, who do we got? Chris Colwell awaits it as well. Excellent. That's number 47. Jennifer Gardner had a goal yesterday from Surrey, BC. 38 games played for Ohio State in NCAA this year. 15 goals, 39 points, almost a point-a-game player. Great stuff there. Draw to the left side of the White goaltender, Campbell, and ripped around the boards. On the opposite side, and it's back out to neutral again. And back there to pick it up is Zoe Boyd from Caldion, Ontario, played for Quinnipiac this year in NCAA. And over the line comes Black, firing, and a nice save by Campbell with a low pad. as Black continues the cycle. They outshot Red on Tuesday, 39-27, while White was outshot 26-23 by Gold. White did come out as the aggressors for the first few minutes, but Gold was able to get the 2-0 lead. But possession time went a little bit on the White side as Megan Mickelson accelerates the puck up the ice. And a name, if you're just joining us for the first time in this one, pretty familiar when it comes to Hockey Canada women's events. Absolutely. Up on the play. And Black accelerates it out as White's making cosmetic changes. Both teams are. Stepping over the line and bouncing it to herself is it's Turkowski. Not Bach, 22, not 23. Down low on the half wall, and that one's blocked. And out comes White down the right wing side. Knocked off of the puck, another chance for Turkowski again. Right in front, firing, and that one off the leg of Campbell. And comes back out to neutral again. Off of the official as it's momentarily bobbled at the blue line, and White will hit the gas pedal. Dumped in by Santerre. Back there on the retrieval is number 12, Zoe Boyd. Boyd has a little bit of help and being massaged into the glass by Claire Dalton from Etobicoke, Ontario. Quite a few players actually as I was doing my deep roster dive last night from Etobicoke. Great program there in the OWHL. Stacy picks that one off at the line, but it's got a tag up again as she goes after her own dump in. Black there, one touch, and it's back out to neutral again. O'Neill, she has got wheels. When she gets open ice, she can fly. Side of the net. Bit of a broken play, and lead pass picked off. White has it now. O'Neill on the wing. O'Neill fires, and a nice blocker save. The first good shot for Team White. First only shot, actually, for that matter, for White. O'Neill on it again. Battling. Goes down low. She's got help, and that's Blair Turnbull from Stellarton, Nova Scotia. All the way back down into the White zone as Black's going to try and get some new personnel. And down the wing with speed is Gardner. Gardner, centering pass in tight, and a nice kick save. So a good couple chances here early on. Nobody really has had the extended zone possession. It's more been kind of dumping in and opportunistic plays as Cormier now gets pickpocketed but has a teammate helping her out. And White on the attack. Bringing it over the line. That's A.V. Adam from Wolfville, Nova Scotia. And down low to pick it up there is Adrienne Viette. Viette cycling it. Eldridge looks on in front. Eldridge was 3 points on the 8-4 victory on Tuesday. Now Buckles, sensational game for her yesterday. McQuigg brings it in and took a little bit off the top of that one, but kicked into the corner nonetheless by the goaltender Woodland. White around again. Potomac trying to chase it down. And on it on the forecheck is Ella Shelton with 1 assist yesterday from Ingersoll, Ontario. Just over 5 gone here. Shots are 3-2 in favor of Team White. As Black on their heels a little bit, but they'll look for an opportunity here. Only as far as center, and they're going to change. A little discombobulated, as is White. Nice little shifty play. Couldn't get to the net, though, and it's back out for Black. Santerre had a nice little move, and Della Rovere trying to kick it along when she lost her twig. Good pace here from both sides. Some pretty decent high percentage chances, but no goals to show for it early on. And a transition move. Here comes Black into the zone. Nice little backhand, scores. What a filthy tuck. And transition play happened on their game. The 8-4 score. And this one no different. It's Michaela Grant-Mentis opens the scoring 1-0 for Noir. Connors got the goal, sorry, my apologies, it was Connors. The inside joke between our production crew is the hair along the back and jerseys tucked in makes things a little fun to try and get the goal call, so my apologies. We'll make sure to get that one correct. So nice little move. It's 36, not 26. Easy mistake to make with the jersey tuck. So we'll get that corrected. So 1-0 nonetheless for Black. As Connors picks up her second in as many games. And transition plays were the cup of tea for Team Black on Tuesday. A couple of breaks to show for it as well. So the highlights will be coming out a little later today. Keep your eye on hnlive.ca social media for that as well. As in on the attack, shot goes off of a skate and through neutral. Oh, what a nice little move, but got some body contact on it, so just to be safe, Kristen Campbell puts the glove on that. Mr. Radke, can we jump on Campbell for a sec, if you don't mind? Thank you, my friend. So Campbell's stats, I want to finish those. At Wisconsin this year, 41 games played, 35-4-2, a .940 save percentage, a 103 goals against, and how about this? 11 shutouts. Unbelievable stat line. I had to double check that when I saw it. That's nuts. That's great stuff. Obviously some really, really high caliber players. Also won the 2018-19 NCAA title as well. So all about the gold and the success is the goaltender, Kristen Campbell. Should not be a surprise as these four squads are auditioning to make one super team of 25 as Black's in again, firing, and they score. A nice bury and early on for Black. It's the snipers who are on display. And it's Victoria Bach who buried that one. Her third goal of the event. Had 2 on Tuesday. Bach from Milton, Ontario. Won a World Championship gold in 2021. And was the 2019 CWHL Rookie of the Year. Some more pressure on as Black, obviously, their goal-scoring prowess they've shown, and they're looking for more on the short side. Campbell shuts the door. Back out to neutral. Here's Prefontaine down the wing. A lot of Black jerseys in the area she wants to put the puck, so she waits for it. The trailer off the bench was Buckles. Couldn't get her the puck. Hit the laces of one of the Black players. Now at the line, Bell brings it out to neutral again. Good pace to this one. Sensational hockey we've seen. And this now day 3, the 5th game of the intrasquads. While the U18 have their red, white, and Finland is also here to take part in that program as well. And we're going to see the game's first power play, and it's going to go for Team White as Black will be headed to the box. So Team White was 1 for 1 on the power play on their game yesterday, while Black was 1 for 2 on the PK. Penalized player off to the box. It's going to be Della Rovere. Well, draw to the left side of the goaltender, Woodland. I think White's going to get waved out here. No. Key D-zone draw. Black rips it around. It'll scoot on its way back into White territory, and there to get it is Ashton Bell from Deloraine, Manitoba. Also won a gold back in February. 7 games there at 5 points. Played for Minnesota Duluth in 2021. 14 points in 19 games. Turnbull now in behind. Centering pass and trying to put one at the net. Back into the corner again, into the point. Bell walks the line. One-time shot off the side of the net. Hard on it. Black will get it back out. So that was the look they wanted. Got a couple good ones, but not able to capitalize with 45 gone on the power play for White. Now Mickelson had a goal yesterday. Megan Mickelson, her resume, unbelievable. 3-time Olympic medalist, 7-time World Championship medalist, 2-time NCAA champion. As Black on a PK, it's knocked a minute off the clock already. And White is going to bring it out. Down the wing is O'Neill. O'Neill puts it in behind, a little billiards action for her. Now Stacy waits to see what kind of options she's got. It comes to the point for Mickelson. Mickelson, Fecto waiting for it in the bumper position, but 3 black jerseys there. Can't get a shot away past Mickelson and back out to neutral. 20 seconds left on the White power play. So a pair of goals early on for Team Black off of the stick of Connors and Bach. Penalized player De La Rovere ready to jump back out of the box in just a handful of seconds. As that will not be a tripping penalty. Thought it might have potentially drawn that. 4-on-3 into the zone for White with the trailer, letting it go. Deflected, side of the net, puck still loose. Kicked out of the corner. Woodland wondered where it was for a second, but out of harm's way. Adam now, as her teammates are changing. Down low, Viette gets compressed as Prefontaine in there to assist. And now Black will bring it out. Right on the stick, or it almost was, for De La Rovere. Played for Harvard this year, did 29 black. 32 games in the NCAA, 40 points, including 15 goals. So as I mentioned, 10 different point getters for Black on day one, 7 of them goal scorers. De La Rovere had 1 assist on Tuesday as well. Past the midway point here, the opening period on hockeycanada.ca. We'll have games, we have the U18 versus Finland coming up right after this one this evening, afternoon. So thank you so much for spending your Thursday with us. Our HN Live crew right here till next week when the Canada-USA series continues as part of the Summer Showcase. Dave Dawson, Chris Colwell, Ron Radke, your whole team here. Prefontaine brings it in. Cormier can't keep it in. So White will have to tag up, but not if Black has anything to say for it. Fast has it pickpocketed by Santerre, who will put it back inside her zone and look to dial it up. Here's the goal scorer, Bach. Looking for the give and go. In the high slot on the backhand. Dies right in front of the net, and right on top of it is going to be the goaltender Campbell to sit on it. As you have a look at the aforementioned Victoria Bach. 2 goals yesterday from Milton, Ontario. Played for Markham in 2019 when she won the Rookie of the Year. Played 26 games, 32 points, including 19 goals. Also won a U18 gold with Canada in 2014. Face off to the right side of Kristen Campbell. Now it's Turnbull. Stellarton, Nova Scotia plays it off the boards. Did O'Neill. And a little piggyback play to get into the zone was Clark. And White on the attack. Buckles. Winds up, fires. Easily handled by Woodland. Right at the top for a crease to kick that one out. Buckles now. On the forecheck. Turnbull covers her point for her. Turnbull now cycles. And whiffed on it momentarily, and the Black goaltender, Kendra Woodland, will sit on that one. As I mentioned, Woodland from, okay, no, it's fine. You go ahead, Ron. Kamloops, BC. Part of the U Sports program there this year at New Brunswick, I should say, at UNB. 16 games played. Quite a great program there in women's and men's. UNB always dominant over the years. Shelton now dumps it in. Down the breakout pass, a little bit taken off that. And Michaela Grant Mathis brings it in. bouncing puck. Boyd settles it down. On the half wall is Black. In behind the net. Centering attempt off of a white stick and all the way back. Into their zone. Tracking will Boyd. Zoe Boyd. Grant Mentis. Not sure if I accidentally said Grant Matthews for some reason, but I have a friend of mine named Grant Matthews. That's probably why I said that. Michaela Grant Mentis. That's what I meant to say, pun intended. Is a bringing it in. The backhander is blocked. More from White. Mickelson through a screen. Seeing eye puck almost found its way in between the skate and the post. But Woodland there. And out comes Black again. Waiting for a trailer. It's McEachran, a knuckle puck, kicked easily out of the harm's way and back out to neutral one more time. And it's Grant Mentis now from Brampton, Ontario. The lead charge, centering attempt. Pace of this game opening up here. Not that it wasn't already exciting. It's been a very, very high-paced game, but end-to-end we go. Icing is waved off, is taking a peek in the rearview mirrors. Renata Fast from Burlington, Ontario. Looks to go cross ice. Hot on the tape. It's Potomac. Walking in. Letting it go. Doink off the crossbar. That puck got up in a hurry. Off the bar and out. Nice little inside-outside move to free up a bit of a screen play in order to accelerate that puck up. It cleanly beat the goaltender, but not the crossbar. And we're looking back on some of the highlights. The speed these players can get that puck up with naturally. You're trying out for the national program for the World Championships in Denmark to begin on August 25th. So 4 squads making one super team of 25. That's the goal. As the face-off will come to the left side of the goaltender Campbell, the Brandon product. Boyd now in a battle with Prefontaine. Prefontaine will elect to swap out. Pass picked off. Here comes White on the attack with Clark going at the net, and the deflection didn't reach the cage. Turnbull and Shelton there. Shelton pins it. Down low to Turnbull looking for the return feed. 2 black jerseys with ferociousness behind to prevent that. White now in front, trying to get to the dirty area. Shelton, the give and go again. Snuffed out nicely by the black defender Nicole Gosling from London. Flipped up and safely out with less than 5 to go here in the opening period at the Winsport Arena, the 4 arena facility in Calgary. Absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous area. When you've never been here, you walk into this place and you see all the banners, you see all the history. Such an incredible, incredible place. You almost kind of get choked up looking around it. Proud to be a Canadian as you read some of the rosters and the sacrifices alumni these players have made to win national titles and medals, gold, silver, or bronze. Athletes will always tell you gold's the best, but I mean, a medal is a medal, and that's an honor. And very, very proud as a Canadian to have the opportunity and privilege it is to be broadcasting this event. So thanks so much for flying along with us. Over the line, Demers sidesteps some contact, and out comes White. Trying to get it ahead was Fecteau, but heavily, heavily defended and nicely by Ann Cherkowski from Vernon, BC. Cherkowski sidesteps the puck, and a little bit of confusion there as she looks for a change. And it'll bring in an odd player rush. O'Neill with a path, dropping it off Fecteau, and that's blocked by Grant Mentis. Nice play by Michaela Grant Mentis, who may have got it off the hand. She's favoring that one as she's shaking it off. Some more pressure here. Stacy trying to force it in front. Not able to, and out comes Black. Pair of goals about 7 minutes or so in, and since then it's been a stalemate. Grant Mentis drops it off, letting it go, and into the glove. A momentary confusion, but not for Kristen Campbell, who had that one. As you see Fast and Larocque. Yeah, let's go with Renata Fast, number 11 there. Burlington, Ontario. I talked about her. Stands 5'6". one of the players, believe it or not, to not get a point on the opening day, as there were 10 of them. Fast now, aforementioned, off the draw, sends it down deep. Black would love to add to the lead here, heading into the intermission. And White has had some decent zone time, but it's been great defense and also great goaltending that have prevented the opportunity to get on the board. Fast steps up on it. It's Grant Mentis. Patrols the point and keeps it in. Bach takes a bit of a rub. And out comes White. And Buckles just loses her footing. As Bell will go for a skate, as the entire White team will change, which will allow Black to bring it out. It is fast, knocked off it by Prefontaine. And a pass in behind the intended target of Dalton. She'll go on it. So shots 9-8 in favor of Black here with 2 minutes or so remaining in the opening period. And a good forecheck here, forcing Black into their zone, looking for that long lead pass, and they're able to connect a couple times on that yesterday for a breakaway. Or Tuesday, I should say. Black had the day off yesterday. Now Eldridge. 1 and 2 she had on Tuesday. And Eldridge pickpocket backhand and a nice save. Eldridge had it taken away from her, but thieved it right back. And went forehand backhand. Couldn't go top bunk though. Nice little toe-y. And over the line comes White almost. Playing into an open corner, and Cormier is just going to ditch it in. Gosling brings it out. Plays for Clarkson in NCAA, and now you're having a look at number 15, Sarah Potomac from Aldergrove, BC. She's the assistant coach at Trinity West in U Sports, fairly new program there as well. Played for the PWHPA Calgary program, and she will be again when it starts up in January. That's exciting, 2023. Also world champion silver medalist in 2017, a U18 silver medalist in 2015, where she was the MVP and the best forward, and a U18 gold medalist in 2014. There, got all that out. Keeping track of all that at home. Stacy looks on as that gets dumped in. Just over a minute remaining here on hockeycanada.ca. Side of the net, White, love to get one. Can't get a quality shot away. Puck still loose. Where is it? Side of the net, and it just misses the target. Scramble in front and shovel just wide of the 4x6. Two players crossed up behind the net. Officials are just letting them figure it out. And it'll bring an opportunity for White. Delayed penalty for Black. And White's net is vacated. Backhand just missed the top corner. Extra attacker on for the White Sweaters. Turnbull lets it go. Scores! A deflected shot on a delayed penalty. And Blair Turnbull puts it up top shelf to make it 2-1 with 36 seconds left in the opening period. So a good battle in the corner as White was relentless on the puck, which drew a penalty. And Blair Turnbull went right into the high slot, put a shot on and hit a piece of equipment somewhere along the way in. And evaded the goaltender Woodland, top glove, and it is 2-1. A key goal here for White. Bit of a momentum one with a double dozen left here in the opening period as Woodland will sit on it. And we will regroup. Who we're looking at here, that's McQuigg. Brooke McQuigg had an assist yesterday from Bowmanville, Ontario. Played 37 games for Clarkson in the NCAA this year. 16 goals, 29 points. Quite a number of young ladies in the Clarkson program and or already on or committed to for 22-23. Off of the draw, Black's gonna boot it out. And see if they can get one last chance here before we say goodbye to the opening period, and we'll actually have a stoppage of play first with 11.1 remaining. And that is Swiderski. Sarah Swiderski had a goal yesterday from Langley, BC. Played for Rink Cologne on the Canadian Sports School Hockey League this year. 26 games, 34 points, including 12 goals. Also as part of that under 18 World Championship program, played 6 games there and a pair of assists. And it just doesn't seem like we can get out of the first period. I'm having fun too. That's about the 4th stoppage of play since 23 seconds. But it's all right. I don't want to go anywhere. I want to keep going with the action, so fine by me. As we have a look at Boyd, head her way back to the ice. That's Zoe Boyd, Caldion, Ontario. Her actually birthday was 2 days ago, so happy belated to her. And off the draw, I think that'll do it for whistles. One last one, which will signal the end of the opening 20. Shots on goal, 10-9 in favor of Team Black. They also lead in the score department, 2-1. Stay with us. We'll return to the Win Sports after a short break. You are watching the 2022 Women's Development Program on hockeycanada.ca in partnership with HN Live. And welcome back to the Mark and McPhail Center in Calgary Olympic Park, the WinSport facility on hockeycanada.ca. It's day number 3, period number 2 of the women's development program. 4 intra-squad teams, games, four teams looking to make one team qualifying for the World Championships in Denmark on August 25th. It is 2-1 after 20 minutes for Team Black. They won 8-4 on their opening game on Tuesday. Pair of goals, the first one from Maggie Connors at the 6-minute mark, then a minute and 18 later, Victoria Bach from Sarah Fillier. And then at 36 seconds remaining in the period, on a delayed penalty call, Blair Turnbull on a deflection put it up top shelf, the assist to Emily Clark, and that's where we stand. Shots on goal, 10-9 in favor of Black in that opening 20 minutes. Dave Dawson, Chris Colwell, Ron Radke, your entire HN Live staff here, along with you for this incredible event in partnership with Hockey Canada. Here we go. And White. Again, I've had the zone time advantage. They did in their game yesterday, and maybe a little bit of a slight advantage on the possession arrow on that side of the opening 20, but they find themselves down 2-1. And Turnbull, the goal scorer, looks to move it along, and it goes behind the net. Stacy, the right wing side option. Gosling jumped the route on that one. And we're going to have another penalty call coming. White right back to the power play. I believe that's going to be Potomac going to the box. And takes her player down again. Still hasn't touched the puck. Finally they do. So the second power play, Potomac sits down. I'm second guessing myself, Chris. They had a power play in the first period, and they are right. Okay. For some reason, I'm thinking the delayed penalty was the only power play, but I knew what I was talking about. Off the draw, White with possession. Fecteau goes down low. Adam there tries to bring it along, but puck a little bit too far in front of her. And to the point, kept in. Far side pass to McQuigg, get a black stick. And now Shelton looks to swap sides. Shelton now looking for that shooting lane. McQuigg. One-time shot firing and a kick save by Woodland. Got post to post and make sure that one stayed out. Another one and hanging on to it. One little late tap there, which brought on a little bit of traffic, but cooler heads prevail as you look at Viette. Excuse me, not Fecteau, that's Viette. Adrienne Viette from Drummondville, Quebec. 15 games played at the University of Montreal. U Sports, 6 goals, 9 points. Also part of that U18 program that won bronze in 2018, silver in 2017. And in behind now is Renata Fast. At the point, Mickelson plays it across. Shot doesn't reach the cage. Past Mickelson and all the way back down into White territory, and she'll be the first one down there to track it. Campbell looks on. A bit of a bump on Cormier as Dalton has a peek over her shoulder and sees what her options are. Good play from her stomach to make sure that a little bit extra effort to get it out of the zone, which will kill about another 15 or 20 seconds or so. As Mickelson, the St. Albert native, right on the tape, just like a beautifully, well, I was going to say an egg onto a tape, but that was a little harder than how soft that would be. But they say that's how you receive a pass, is pretend you're cradling an egg. For some reason, that's all I could think of when she passed it, because it was such a perfect feed. Anyway, Fecteau, there's a look at Emily Fecteau. 1 assist yesterday from St. Odilon, Quebec. Concordia won herself a championship there this year. 15 games played, got point-a-game players, 6 goals. A convincing victory there for that Concordia program. 14 seconds remaining in the power play. As the White goal scorer Turnbull waits for the appropriate time to shovel it away. And one last chance here on the player advantage. In front Turnbull, battled in her skates. Penalized player ready to return. That's the beaver tail sound. Bell fires! A nice blocker save to kick that one out. Good chance on the PP, and Buckles puts it in the shoulder and held on to by the goaltender, Kendra Woodland. She's only seen one puck get by her. 14-10 in the shot department, so 5 consecutive here for Team White. As Woodland has had a smart one so far. Kamloops product lining up to the right side. Turnbull for White will look to continue the momentum, just post power play, hoping to tie it up. Now Black with a little bit of pressure of their own. Over the line is coming Potomac, excuse me. Turnbull now on the forehand with room. Turnbull, and too heavily pursued nicely by Rylan McKinnon. Steered to the outside. A great positioning by the Cranbrook product. Now Potomac on the backside and can't connect. Sister to sister. The only thing they were missing was Twine. Oh, so close. Off the side of the net. Great transition play. Swiderski from the point. Hot across on the line. Nice little toe-y. And Shelton keeps it deep now. In behind the net. Oh, and bumped. Play will continue as McQuaid gets back to her feet quickly. And Viette, the rolling biscuit, settles it. And quickly out again. Black in transition. It's the trail Larocque over the line for Fillier. Fillier, the Olympic sensation she was. Incredible performance in Beijing. Fillier centering off of a White stick, kept in at the line by Gosling. Trying to move it along and only to the inside of the line and back out again. Still no shot this period for Black. Hope to change that here, and just whistles wide of the net. Off the hot stick of Eldridge. Again, trying to catch the trailer. Eldridge deflected into the corner. Boyd on it now. Black sniffing. They smell opportunity. Gosling keeps it in at the line. Eldridge now firing off the stick of Mickelson. More pressure for Black. And in, it's Eldridge. And a little bit of help from her teammate, Della Rovere, in there as well. White has had enough, and they'll bring it out. It's Adam. Will take it to center and put it in on the goaltender as they'll change personnel. So great little sequence there for Black. Still no shots to show for it as Bell will touch it up. And Black will bring it all the way back down into their end of the ice. Draw will come to the left side of the Black goaltender Woodland. And Bell whistles it in behind the cage on her horse. Stacy trying to move it in front. And out comes Black. Dumping it in is Connors, a goal and an assist yesterday. And the opening goal today. McKinnon had her stick tied up momentarily. And back there is McEachran. Sarah McEachran from Cornwall, PEI, whose birthday is 3 days after mine. I know that means nothing to you. And White off of the boards. It goes down. McEachran to get it again from Etobicoke in the OWHL. A lot of the players, as I mentioned, good program there. Knocked down, play continues. From her knees, can't bring it along. It's a 2-on-1. Turnbull drops it off. She scores! What a bury! Top shelf Emily Clark, and 40 and 26 connected for the opening goal. This time it's Clark with the tuck, and they celebrate in Saskatoon. It's tied at 2. So a turnover in neutral. Clark and Turnbull walk in. Clark to Turnbull for the game's opening goal, and this time Turnbull to Clark to the top shelf, and it's Deuces Wild. And behind now. So White, same story as yesterday. They were down 2-0 and came back and won 4-2. Let's see what this fate today has, as that goes off the stick of Swiderski over the glass and out of play. As we have a look at Swiderski, Sarah Swiderski, a goal yesterday from Langley, BC. I won't say too much, Ron. I don't want to pin you up against the bench there. Ron Radke, our generational cameraman here, has done almost everything you can imagine in his career, from NHL to CFL to you name it, is Ron Radke. Chris Colwell running the stats behind the scenes here, our entire staff at HN Live. So honored to be part of this program. Mickelson at the point. Now one high blocker side, but wide of the 4x6. And behind now Gosling. So a bit of a jump to the step here, but when you think of that pressure that Black had on early on, but wasn't able to get a shot, and still nothing registered in the third. Puck bouncing around in front. Gosling will look to send it down deep, and it indeed is what she does. Cormier had it thieved from her, and a Gosling with time. Gosling deflected on the side of the net, and the waiting party right there was looking to hammer it home. That would make Bach second of the game. McKinnon, excuse me. Puts it at the net, does not register. Back out to neutral again to McKinnon one more time. Ryland to McKinnon will bring it in. Cross ice and broken play, but still not able to get a shot away. Mickelson shovels it ahead. It's a one-on-one for Dalton. Dalton firing, and a nice save by Woodland. 9 saves yesterday, or on, Tuesday for Kendra Woodland of 10 shots. And hangs on to that one. Kamloops, BC product. So the draw to the left side of Woodland, and encouraging the players not to enter the circle before the puck is dropped. Off the draw, trying to draw something up here, but it wasn't exactly what was on the clipboard, so to speak, as Buckles will put it back in for White. 16-10 the shots in favor of White, who've got a pair to tie things up. Bell, short side shot, and right into the stomach, and Woodland hangs on to it. There's a look at Bell for you, number 21. That's Ashton Bell from Deloraine, Manitoba. Again, part of that program in February, who brought national pride along, the championship. Gold medal, Minnesota Duluth. She played there in 2021. 14 points in 19 games. And it's 5'9" as well. And this is a continual thing. The officials are making sure they get correct, and they practice that well so far in the last couple days. Was the intangibles that are key moments in an international event. You don't want to get a player waved out of a draw in a key O-zone or D-zone draw. So it's just as much an evaluatory process for officials and for the players to make sure they don't jump in and face-offs early. So, and speaking of things you want to correct, another penalty call on this. Going to Black again, Chris Colwell. Body contact. It is. It's the third power play for White. Not necessarily the situation that Black is hoping to produce for themselves. 1 for 2 on the PK they were on Tuesday. They've been sharp there so far, with the exception of that delayed penalty call, and it's Demers, who will be sitting down for 2 minutes or less as we near the midway point. As we'll probably be getting a goaltender change somewhat soon. 2 goaltenders on the roster, and they try to change midway point of the second period. So draw to the left side of Woodland. And Turnbull got a little bit excited on that. Showed her hand a little bit, much like a Dave Dawson poker game. Off the draw, Bell. Bit of a rolling biscuit, settles it down. There's Grant Mentis all over her. And the aforementioned Michaela Grant Mentis will send it down the ice. Sensational stats for her as well. When I get the chance, I'll spit those out. 2021 MVP in the PHF, for Toronto. Just sensational. Watch some of the interviews with her online as well in my deep dive yesterday, and so well spoken and obviously representing our country. Surprise, surprise. It's one of those overused statements, but this bleeds pride, does it? When I get to do some of those things. Stacey in front, and that puck just whistles wide of the net. It's stopped to the point. Mickelson gently plays it, but boots back out to center. Shelton now has a look. A minute gone, and the power play for White, their third. Haven't had anything to show for it on that, and now Fecteau drops it off. Thought she had help right there, but it was on the other side. Buckles now sends it ahead a little bit for her teammate, and Stacey way past her. Mickelson stops it. White seems a little discombobulated here, but still somehow able to maintain possession. Stacey. Aggressive on the puck. Buckles on the backside, waiting for it. Stacey tries to go the short path. Deflected over top. Mickelson now on the point. Return there. Dalton sends it across. Firing. That's fearlessly blocked. And that'll give Black a chance to kill what is very likely going to be the remainder of this power play. I believe that was Gosling, to my recollection, who blocked that one, but a big block, and that'll do it. 0 for 3 on the player advantage for Team White, as we're tied at 2 here past the midway point of the second period. Just joining us, Maggie Connors got the tally at 6 minutes of the first period, then Bach a minute 18 later to make it 2-0. And then for White, it was Blair Turnbull. At 19:24, as you look at the goalie changes come along. And we'll stick with Black first to bounce through those stats, because I believe that's where the faceoff's going to be, closer to that end. So that's Jessie McPherson from Chatham, Ontario. 22 games played for Vermont this year in NCAA. 15-5-1, a 197 goals against, 919 save percentage, and 1 circular object to show for it as well. Larocque, hot on the tape, not able to connect with Demers mid-ice, but Demers will retrieve it anyway. Larocque again. That's Jocelyn Larocque from St. Anne, Manitoba. Swiderski prevents the opportunity. And Viette now trying to strong arm it in. Demers had to do a little bit of a spinorama to track the puck, but going to get called offside because of it. As we have a look at the White goaltender. And you're looking at Kaylee Osborne. Made 12 saves yesterday on 14 shots from Rideau Lakes, Ontario. 20 games for Colgate this year in the NCAA, 13-5-1. A $1.95 goals against, 911 save percentage, and also 1 round breakfast donut. I'm not superstitious. I respect those who are. I know there's goalies watching and things like that. So anyway, you always find creative ways to paint a picture. And here's a chance to get creative, firing, and a nice glove save right away to get into the game for Jessie McPherson. Hello, and welcome to the development camp. Nice glovey there in her first appearance. Game number 2. Streaking down the wing and flashing the leather. Off the draw, White down low. On the half wall, rather. Long lead pass is going to go way beyond Cherkowski, and that'll come back for an icing call. And I believe that's Cherkowski. That would make sense. She was the intended recipient, and yes, it is. Number 22, a pair of assists yesterday from Vernon, BC. Had a birthday about a month or so ago. 35 games played for Clarkson in NCAA this year, 10 points, and 4 goals as well. Also won a U18 World Championship silver medal in 2020 and a gold in 2019. Off the draw, splits the uprights and comes back to neutral. And there's Grant Mentis with it. Drops it off. Trying to find some open ice. Black still without a shot, and there's the first one. Trying to go low glove, and no problem for Kaylee Osborne. So shot number 1 of the period for Team Black. And Kaylee Osborne, the Rideau Lakes native, says thank you very much. Also won a silver medal in the Women's World U18 Championships in 2019-20. Did the goaltender. Wearing a white sweater between the pipes. As Connors directs traffic off of the draw. And White is able to maintain possession from it. Past Dalton, and it's going to head all the way down the ice. That's fine. Gives me more opportunity to brag about some of these hockey players, and I love to do that. So that's why a guy comes prepared. Hey, there's Dalton. That's Claire Dalton. She's from Etobicoke, Ontario. 36 games played for Yale this year in NCAA. 13 goals and 43 points. And yes, her birthday is 6 days before mine. I don't make this stuff up. I'm serious. It just organically happens. It's a beautiful thing. Draw to the left side of the goaltender, Osborne. And again, officials making sure formations are correct. Dalton now. Whiffs on the clearing attempt. Connors trying to whack away, and she gets it. Could be an odd player rush. Connors trying to get by a couple defenders and just whacks at it. A little pitching wedge action, and that one just missed the cup. White's going to regroup. So shots were 10-9 after 20. 18-11, which makes, by my math, 9-1. And yes, I am second-guessing myself on that, which is amusing. Deflected from the side, and that one misses. And it'll go past everybody and all the way down the ice for an icing call, and more of my favorite activity, which is bragging about players. So how about we'll talk about Michaela Grant Mentis from Brampton, Ontario. 19 games played for Toronto in the PHF this year, 13 goals and 30 points. She was the 2021 MVP in most goals, and she's going to be playing for Buffalo in the PHF in the 2023 season when that gets underway in January. So 6:47 remaining, the second period here. Tied at 2 at the Winsport in Calgary, Alberta. Can you believe we're almost midway through the month of August? And Ron Radke, my camera guy, still wears shorts in January, so it doesn't really make a difference for him. Black out on the attack. It's Grant Mentis down the wing, and she's battling for it with Shelton. Puts it back at the point, and it'll go down deep again. In behind Swiderski. A little shimmy shake and shoulder fake. Shake and bake, and we're awake. All the way back out through neutral. She's going to go off on a change. Cross ice, Swiderski. Looking for an option. Hard way on the other end. And Potomac stops it. A 2-on-1. Looking for the centering attempt, and can't connect. At the point, LaRock now. Let's see what Black can cook up here. Centering attempt on the doorstep, trying to fire. Oh, what a kick save and a beauty by Kaylee Osborne. Just got the pad out. Thought that one was going to be willed around and forced into the net on the glove side, but Kaylee Osborne got the pillow and made sure it got no further as it comes all the way back down for icing. I believe that's 15 Black, Mr. Radke. She'll go off on a change. Yeah, Sarah Potomac. So we will pick both the Potomac sisters, as you see there, heading off the ice. Team Black with the offensive zone draw here with a little bit of momentum on their side on that most recent burst, who took them about 11 minutes to get their first shot on goal. And since then, they've been the aggressors. It's been all them. 3 shots to nothing on the last couple minutes. Off the draw, firing, that's blocked. Looking for more. Gosling now. Fillier awaits, and it goes down the left wing side for Eldridge. Oh boy, it's dangerous. Fillier, Eldridge fires, And Osborne makes the save. Eldridge, I think, was trying to fool her with the 5-hole, but she had it blocked up. That'll give any goaltender fits. Seeing Eldridge and Fillier coming down on you in front of the net. Adam has Eldridge, slows it down there, and Bach plays it back through neutral again. Lead pass, Eldridge goes past her. Mickelson off the boards, kept in. Bach drops it for Fillier, and there for McKinnon. McKinnon walking in, and that's blocked as well. On the rebound, a knuckle puck. Little Mighty Ducks, 1-5, coach. But that didn't reach the net. Centering for Gardner. And now Turnbull will go off on a change with one player in. Della Rovere with her teammate Cherkowski. Back to neutral again. And Bell will circle around. Good pressure here for Black. And they have caused a turnover with their fierce forecheck. Let's see if they can do something with it. Firing, and that's blockered away Larocque, the first one on it. She'll just keep it in deep and cycle. And White trying to bring it out. Collapsing and forcing the turnover was Black, but wasn't able to benefit from it. As Bell now plays it all the way across. And White will entry, but O'Neill was a step offside as you see Stacy will regroup for that one. That is number 7, Laura Stacy. She's from Kleinburg, Ontario. 2-time Olympic medalist in February and a silver in 2018. She also won a World Championship gold in 2021, bronze in 2019, and silver in 2017, and a CWHL champion with Markham. They're really trying to make sure the formations are correct here, and again, that's pretty important when it comes time for international play, and I can't think how many times that as a hockey fan cheering for my team and the key player gets waved out of the draw, you think, oh no, we need this face-off win, but so they're making sure that the players have all that buttoned up tight. Swiderski. And touched. Shelton is in. Out comes Black. Taking a peek across the ice was Lavoie, thinking she might have had Grant Mentis sneaking in on the backside. Bell is out for White. Go after her own dump as Stacy takes a quick peek and will go off on a change. But that brief pause is enough time for the puck to get out of the zone. And back in again for White. The U18 White team will take on Finland at 7:15 Mountain Time, 9:15 Eastern, and most importantly, 4:15 a.m. in Helsinki, provided by Chris Colwell. That's stat information for you. Finland looking to bounce back. After a 6-2 loss yesterday in regulation, they played an extra 5 in overtime, where a goal aside was scored. But obviously the U18 Canadian program, 50 shots on goal. They're very excited about that. Did Team Red put on yesterday, and White will look to bounce back from their 4-2 loss on the intra-squad game that Peter Labardius brought to you on Tuesday. My good buddy, Mr. Labardius, will be back tomorrow, and we'll have Sandra Persina on the driver's seat this weekend as well. Happy to have some great stable of some incredible broadcasters, as Chris is signaling something to me. Right. Have a, I wouldn't say a venue change, but there's a big Muay Thai event this weekend, which our company HN Live is going to be streaming. So the events will move to the adjacent rink, and every one of these rinks is a beautiful facility. So lots happening at the WinSport. Lots happening right now in world of hockey. So happy to be here with this women's development program. And the 2 weeks today is when the World Championships will get underway. And Black looking to get back in the driver's seat again. A couple goals for White has tied it up. From the point, Looking for a give and go. Centering in front, and Potomac couldn't pop it in. Got to stick on it. They've tried that connection a couple of times. And the stretch for Shelton is going to go way past her. So yeah, these four teams, red, white, black, and gold, will make one women's team of 25 players for that World Championship program, as I mentioned, in Denmark. And the U18 teams, two of them will make one team to take on the USA in the Summer Series beginning August 17th, which is next Wednesday. Excited about that. I'll have the opening game for you. Then Sandra and Peter will have the rest of that. Off the draw, Black in the slot, side of the net, and can't connect with Gosling. It's back to the point. Connors has the opening goal. When they had that 1-0 lead, she'd love to get her team back in the driver's seat, as there's about 65 seconds remaining in period 2. Crossed up in their own zone will give Turnbull, with 2 points today, an opportunity to maybe score their third consecutive. But Black has other plans. Does super rookie Fillier with Eldridge now. Over the line with Connors. Eldridge inside, outside, firing short side. And a nice blocker / glove save by Kaylee Osborne. And Eldridge, great game for her on Tuesday, as I did mention, a goal and 2 assists. From Barrie, Ontario. Played for Colgate this year, 54 points, including 30 goals in 38 games for Colgate. Played for Montreal as well in the PWHPA in 2021. Handful of games there, 7 points in 3 games. 4 games, 7 points and 3 goals. That's what I meant to say, as Osborne will sit on top of that one. As we have a look at Cherkowski lining up for the draw. Anna Cherkowski, a couple of assists on Tuesday's 8-4 victory. And McKinnon will send it in. And behind that is O'Neill. Haven't seen her the ability to get an open ice yet, but she had a couple of opportunities yesterday. And she can do damage when she gets the skates moving. And she's trying to free that biscuit up with 18.6 remaining. And much of the same fate at the end of the first period. I don't mind, I like talking. We'll stick around for 18.6 more. It's fine by me. So Ashton Bell from Deloraine, Manitoba will bring it along and into the zone. Dalton has Santerre with her. They send it around. Prefontaine. And they're not going to get another shot away before the end of the second period. So much of the same story from yesterday. White battles back, ties it at 2, but we'll wait and see if the third period brings the same fate or it ends up a Black victory, much like they had on Tuesday. Stay with us. We will return to the Mark and McPhail Center shortly. You are watching the 2022 Women's Development Camp Intrasquad Games on HockeyCanada.ca in partnership with HN Live. And we are back in the Mark and McPhail Center in Calgary, Alberta, the WinSport facility on hockeycanada.ca in partnership with HN Live. I am Dave Dawson. Thanks so much for spending your Thursday with us, be it if it's morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are taking this in from. We appreciate having you along. Only one goal to show for it in the second period to report, I should say. Emily Clark gets the return feed from Blair Turnbull. The two of them connected for a goal at the end of the first period, and Kristen O'Neill had an assist added to that one as well. So 2-2 is the score. Shots 18-17 after 40 minutes. 9-7 in favor of Team White, and where Black went a considerable amount of time without a shot in that second period. So goaltenders will head back again to Kaylee Osborne as well as Jessie McPherson. Woodland was the one who started it, so. And off the draw, White into the Black attack zone. And behind, O'Neill gets bumped and play will continue. Looked like a bit of a forearm shiver, but and a break down the left wing side for Black. They're into the zone, trying to bring it along, a rolling puck at the point for Fast. Fast quickly sends it across. The fake shot deflected in front where they tried to, but Osborne directs that off into the corner. Quick shift for Eldridge as they're making personnel changes. Officials are telling them to move it along. Bell now behind the net. O'Neill had to get her body position correct to get that along, but it'll go all the way down for an icing call, giving us an opportunity to talk about Amy Potomac from Aldergrove, BC. Played for Minnesota. An NCAA, 39 games played, 17 goals, 35 points. She won a U18 silver in 2017 and 2016. And will be going to join her sister at Trinity Western University in 22-23 with U Sports, in which she assistant coaches. Her sister does. Bach from her backside, trying to help her teammate along with the puck, but O'Neill's going to get it and send it along. And here's a break for Stacy. Down the wing, Stacy fires, scores! She absolutely picked that corner. Laura Stacy makes it 3-2. What a nice cross-ice pass. Laura Stacy takes it on her forehand, buries it low blocker side. And much of the same yesterday. White was down 2-0 to Gold. And they came back and won 4-2. Well, it is now 3-2. So good burst of speed and good puck location on that one. As Shelton brings it in again. Short side offering, deflected. It remains in play though. As Black trying to bring it along. Churkowski tries to flip it ahead and a little bit too far for her teammate, Maggie Connors, and White will send it out. Hops up in the equipment and meet up in front of the Black bench. Turnbull takes it from Connors, sends it across. She goes off on a change. Now Cormier. Dominique Cormier from Saint Marie, New Brunswick. In the zone for White. A nice little drop pass in front. They score! Two quick strike goals. Deja vu. It's 4-2 White. Pair of goals less than a minute apart, and Viette is the beneficiary of a puck right on her tape. Adrienne Viette from Drummondville, Quebec. Makes it 4-2 for White. So on their first two shots of the third period, White has buried on both of them. Dalton now. Black will look to answer back, but they need the puck first. Nice reversal by Mickelson. Grand Mentis can't bring it on the net. It'll be neutral. Fillier zips it, and she's going to go off on a change. Just alerted by Chris Kowal. Shots are 9-1 since the goalie change. And trying to strong arm it at the net was Potomac. And it goes wide. Much like yesterday, Chris, was that the second game or the first game that happened? That was the Finland game, wasn't it? Very similar fate. As Canada White and Finland of the U18 category go toe-to-toe at 9:15 Eastern. Please hang out with us for that one. That's bound to be a doozy. And Fecteau tries to track it along. Open things up here and get the right type of breakout. Stacy, who got the first shot and the first goal of the third, absolutely ripped it from the right wing side, inside the post and in. Bound to be on a highlight reel, I can tell you. I know the guy who edits them, yours truly. So that'll be on the highlight reel coming up for this game for sure. Bell, as Black is changing, hits the gas pedal. Bell walks in, sees too much Black, ditches it around patiently. Clark now. Through neutral. Could it be a break? Maybe for Bach. No, but good back pressure and maybe another penalty for Black. No, play continues. Turnbull sends it around. Up on the play is going to be fast. Delarovere. Sure to keep it in. Turnbull behind as the Black player is changing. And Bach picks up the loose change. Walks into the slot. Deflected. Took something off of it on that deflection, but more than anything, maybe potentially almost caused problems for Osborne as you have a look at Bach. Had a goal earlier, 2 goals yesterday, Victoria Bach from Milton, Ontario. Birthday was 1 month ago tomorrow. It's the 2019 CWHL Rookie of the Year with Markham. And again, more formation for the officials. Likely a directive from the coaching staff to make sure these players get that buttoned up tight. And Viette helps her teammate bring the puck out by finishing her check. And out to neutral, and that'll go right into the glove hand, or onto the glove of the goaltender McPherson, who will make sure she holds onto it for the faceoff. And Cormier lines up at the draw with Viette, who just got that goal a few short moments ago. Bronze and silver medalist in the U18 level. Draw to the right side of McPherson. Cormier now fakes the shot. And McQuigg with a little bit of pressure. Viette, the little tappy tap tap. Now Black. And that'll go all the way past. They're going to wave off icing though. So Osborne will come out and slow it down. Cormier with Santerre. They will await. Cormier now. And flipped up right on McPherson. Steers it into the corner. Santerre quickly plays it in front, hoping her teammate was there. And now Black. Potomac plays it around Shelton. Gosling in behind. Gosling waits for the trailer. Shot. Whistles wide of the net. Still no shot on goal this period for Black. And are they going to count that one? As it comes on the side and held on to by Osborne. Excuse me, they had one shot. 17, not 18. So 20 to 18 are the shots. So you have a look at Sarah McEachran, patrolling the point, waiting for things to line up at the face-off. Committed to Cornell, coming up here in the 22-23 fall season, which is just on our doorstep. Very, very close around the corner. The short side shot is hung on to by Osborne. And is that Fillier, I believe. 28. No, that was Eldridge. Eldridge from the side, so dangerous, right around the net and shot off the shoulder. The rebound cleared out of harm's way. Oh, hard bump into the glass. Play continues. Buckles goes in there to help out. Half the players on the ice in there to try and move it along. Eldridge collides. And now Potomac trying to bring it in and create something here. White's been pretty good defensively to not allow that. O'Neill. Oh, could this be a time where she hits the accelerator? O'Neill drops it off for Buckles. Battles it in her feet and firing. I don't know if that connected on the net, but McEachran was there in position anyway. Lead pass. A triangle connection. And Delarovere walks in. Nice move. Delarovere fires. The rebound. I thought Osborne covered it. A pile up in front of the net. And it's back out to neutral again. Fast. Plays it point to point. Things opening up here as Black looks for the equalizer with just over 7 gone in the third period. 21-20 they lead in the shot department, but down by 1. They had the first 2 goals of the game, and then White battling back to make it 3-2. And White on the attack. Down the wing, bringing it in the zone. Turnbull almost mows over the Black player, but it remains on the half wall, and the officials will blow it dead. Did I say 3-2? I meant 4-2. And right there is Sarah Potomac, and that is, yep, thank you, Ron. Had a goal and an assist on Tuesday, Aldergrove, BC. A false start again. Can imagine the players are, by the end of this one, going to be thinking about that in their sleep. That's the idea, though, to make sure that you don't make those mistakes in international competition. Potomac. And down low, Osborne will play it along. Turned around to the blue line and all alone in front is Potomac. Fires. Oh, what a save by Osborne. Sitting on the doorstep. The puck handcuffed her a little bit. It went, and there is going to be a penalty call coming up against Black. Their 4th player disadvantage they're going to be going to. White did score on a delayed penalty as well. So the parade to the box continues. White has yet to be penalized in this one. And that's going to be Larocque heading to the box for 2 minutes or less. So draw to the left side of McPherson, who's still only faced the 2 shots that beat her, registered on the scoreboard. On the power play, White wins it. Cormier takes the pass across from Mickelson. Prefontaine now behind the net. Santerre sees where Mickelson is and gives it to her. Mickelson fires, misses the net. Cormier. For Santerre. Mickelson again, one-timer, and took something off the top of that one. And on the short side, loose puck in front. It was rolling, and McPherson hangs on to Santerre. Knew right away that was not her plan with the puck on her stick as it hopped up on her momentarily, and Gabrielle Santerre from Quebec will head off on a line change, a new power play personnel. White yet to connect on the player advantage with 3 of them so far in this contest. Coming into this one, White was 1 for 1 in the power play. And that will just cross over the line as Buckles will go for a skate. Really enjoyed watching her play so far in this event. From Toronto, Ontario is Emma Buckles. Harvard as well, plus 23 in 32 games there. And that is not a surprise based on how responsible I've seen her be in the last 48 hours. Stacy. And she'll be the first one in. Hard after it, preventing McPherson to get a good clear, but her teammate will help with a minute gone on the player advantage. Kaylee Osborne back there to settle it down. They're in the midway portion of the third period. We will not do an overtime period today. We'll try that once a day just to give the evaluators an opportunity to see what they do in extra period. As the puck jumps out in front, White with 30 and change remaining on the power play. And at the point, can't get it deep, and there's a shorthanded chance for Grant Mantis. Plays it along the side of the net, still has it. Almost like the puck's on a string. To her knees and back up to her feet again. Owning all the real estate and killing clock. A great job by 26 Black, Michaela Grant Mantis, as it comes all the way back in and easily single-handedly took 20 off. Over the line. White will bring it back in again with a 2-goal lead here. 4 unanswered goals. And right there for Swiderski, and gives it to the player coming into the box. It's going to be Larocque, and she has a break. But back on the play to break it up is Shelton. Excellent hustle by 17. Captain at the line. Trying to carve a path to the cage, but Turnbull says no thank you. Up on it. Turnbull will go for a dump, or dump it in rather, and a change. Eldridge on the backside, trying to get behind the defender, but it's going to be, and that is not a penalty. It would have been a 2-on-1 as McQuigg. Officials maybe felt incidental contact, but okay. Eldridge goes after it. And Black has been in the box quite often and all alone in front. Potomac stops it at the point. Has a bouncer. Potomac flips it around, trying to carve a path. Oh, on a loose puck, McQuigg. She almost had time to go in all alone. And a stick explodes at center. This game feels like a breakaway is coming. Just the ebb and flow. Haven't seen one yet. It really feels, we've seen 1v1, but we haven't seen a clear-cut breakaway yet. Just the way the pace is going. It just feels like a breakaway's coming. Bach now. Imagine what she can do with some open ice. A lot of highly skilled athletes and what they can do with open ice. And with a goal, yeah, third time's a charm, what the goaltenders can do as well. Prefontaine going to the net, trying to capitalize. Buckles fires now, that's blocked. Buckles again, another save by McPherson, I believe. She got a handle on the first one as well. And a clearing attempt. Potomac had no idea where it was. Just landed beside her. One Potomac to the other at the point. Through a screen, lets it go, rebound. And Osborne tracked that one. End to end to end we go here at the WinSport in Calgary at the Women's Development Summer Showcase. Partnership with HN Live on hockeycanada.ca. So honored to be part of this. These 4 intrasquad teams will make one team of 25. O'Neill with Stacy. O'Neill, the centering attempt, and Stacy was defended well. And an amusing play behind as Boyd got up to her feet and had no idea where the puck was. It was in her feet as it got cleared around. Clock the enemy of Black right now as Della Rovere plays it off. Out there with her line mate Cherkowski. In behind now. Trying to find some open ice. Not a whole lot of it to offer, and that just barely gets outside of the zone as Della Rovere goes for a skate. Gives us a chance to talk about her. Kristen Della Rovere from Caledon East, Ontario. 1 assist on Tuesday. Also played for Harvard, 40 points there this season through 32 games and 15 goals. Shots 23-22 in favor of Black. Fast dumps it in. Delarosier trying to get around Turnbull. Whips it around on the far side. Will be Larocque. From the point. That shot hits something and goes wide. And now White. Turnbull's had a great game for White today. She's been all over the puck. Gardner now on after it. And Fillier bursts to speed down the wing. Here comes Fillier. Can't get a shot away. And defended well by Cormier, as well as, I believe that was Mickelson back there too. Fillier gets another chance at it. Fillier fires and just high blocker wide. Sandra Persina, well predicted the success of Sarah Fillier. And at 11 points in Beijing, sensational she was. I remember chatting with Sandra early on in the season last year, and she had earmarked Sarah Fillier on the black side, number 28, to be an absolute sensation come time for the Olympics, as I believe that as Michaela Grant-Mentis making her way down the ice along with some White players with 5:25 remaining in this third period. Stick with us. Coming up at 9:15 Eastern Time, we will have Team Canada White up against Finland in the U18 bracket. White, the weak backhander in front, puck's loose, and out in McPherson saved that one. Laterally post to stop it. Bell leaves it on the pillow. Side of the kick down in front, and McPherson again. Knocked that one out of the way. The first two shots she faced this period got by her, but she's been airtight since. Prefontaine sends it in on the goaltender and boots it out. The Vermont product, and Potomac now. Inside, outside weaving, but not further than the blue line. O'Neill. Now Fecteau. Strong arms it out the net. The rebound right there for Shelton. Hops up. Eldridge. Diagonally, and they're going to say it was icing. It might have hit the stick of Eldridge, but that's all right. So you have a look at Jesse Eldridge from Barrie, Ontario. 4 games played for Montreal. The PWHPA in 2021. As well as 38 games played for Colgate of the NCAA. 54 points and 30 goals. No surprise, she's amongst the camp leaders in scoring with 3 points, a goal and 2 assists on Tuesday. And their 8-4 victory. 7 goal scorers in that one. 10 people with points. Cormier behind the net. Tape to tape. Turnbull going backside. Fast sees her though, so no opportunity to get it across. Clock the enemy of Team Black. Delarosier brings it over the line. Puts it towards the cage and hits 29 and doesn't get to the 4x6. Fast, hard across. Shot also misses the net. Delarosier has a look, and Turkowski back to the point for Fast. No path to the net at all. White making sure to prevent that. Connors trying to free some up. Connors, what a move! And can't get a shot away. To Fast, fires, and Osborne makes the save. All that work Connors did around the blue line. 36 Black. She's skating towards the right face-off circle now, and will circle back and make her way to the bench. And just couldn't pull the trigger. But a good effort there by 36 Black, and it's her team down by 2 with 3:24 remaining, and a timeout will be called, and they'll try to draw something up. So coming up tomorrow, Peter Labardius will have the call in U18 Red versus White at 4 p.m. Mountain Time. That's going to be over on the auxiliary rink, one of the 4 rinks. And then 7:15 p.m. it'll be Red versus Gold. And the National Development Program, the U18 Red versus White, will be at 4. Then on Saturday at 4 p.m. Mountain Time, It'll be Sandra Persino bring you black versus gold, and then red versus gold at 7:15. Sunday, the lone game that day. Sandra Persino will bring you U18 Canada, the one team against Finland. And then Monday, Tyler King will have the National Development Program game at 4:30 p.m. Mountain Time. Dave Dawson here on HN with our HN Live crew on hockeycanada.ca. Happy to be doing all these right throughout the summer. We have the U10 20 program, intrasquads for the World Juniors in December, as well as the Holinka Gretzky Cup qualifiers, the roster qualifiers, and for the development camp, and the U17 as well for the challenge coming up in Langley in November. So 3 minutes remaining here with White again, 4 unanswered goals as they started it out 2-0. And the net is empty for Team Black. The faceoff will come all the way back down into White territory. Kaylee Osborne, 12 saves yesterday on 14 shots in her second appearance. Kristen Campbell started things out today for Team White. Draw to the left side. And it splits the defenders, going all the way back. I believe that's McQuigg who's going to be putting pressure on the Black defense and almost coughs it up. Did Eldridge. I don't think I'll ever say that again in my life. Right on the tape. Potomac sends it in front. Bell gets there first, though, with Fillier right sniffing behind her. Want to grab that and pop it in. 27-24 now. Shots in favor of White. They were outshot 26-23 by Gold yesterday. As teams Finland and U18 White warm up in our vicinity, excited about that one coming up in about an hour or so. In the meantime, White's going to dump it in and will miss the open cage, but it's on the other side of center. So it'll come all the way back down into the White zone. So Gabrielle Santerre and squad will look to put a cherry on top of this one with 2:11 left. Again, no overtime or shootout, as there has been, regardless of score, just a showcase for the scouts and those decision makers watching. But on the White bench, as you can see, some last minute discussions happening. The right personnel out there, 6 attackers for Team Black. Off the draw. Block fires and right up into the shoulder of Osborne. There's Della Rovere. Kristen Della Rovere. Goal right here would be huge, needless to say, for Team Black. Crucial draw. Mickelson rips it around. Stacy tries to smartly play it off the glass. Will be forced to retreat, and Della Rovere keeps it at the line. Sending it across. McKinnon on the flip, settles it down, deflected in front, and the rebound cleared out of the way and down the ice. Great job by Team White, and almost legged out the icing call, but they got their cardio in, so they won't let them change, and it'll bring it back beside the White goaltender. As Black makes sure to get everybody in the right positioning, as you see Fast take her appropriate spot. And Mickelson again zips it around. Stacy gets it out as far as center. Fillier tries to track it with O'Neill right there. And here's Sarah Fillier. 8 goals in February for Canada and Beijing. Eldridge. Potomac now trying to get it on a pillow into the bumper position for the other Potomac, and had a trouble tracking it momentarily. In and around Fast with a $1:15 left in this one. Fast down low and behind. Fillier whiffs on it ever so gently. Doesn't get to the spot that she wants it to. More contact behind the net. Try to force it in front. On the opposite side, Fast now. puts it on its back at the point. Shot deflected, puck's loose in front, and Stacy again. What a game for Seven White, as she seems like she's been the first one on the rebound. And due to her efforts, it gives an opportunity so close for Turnbull to ice it. What a game Turnbull's had today as well. 35 seconds remaining as Fillier tries to get it in again. But she stood up at the white blue line, kept in. Cross for McKinnon, down low, and McKinnon again. Opposite point, firing, scores! Nicole Gosling, opposite corner, top shelf. And with 21.4 seconds left, it's now 4-3. Gosling gets her first point and first goal. I should double check that in case she got a point today. And she has not, so Gosling with her first point of the development camp. So 27-27. We're tied up at shots, but Black would love to tie it up in goals. And the net is still empty. Della Rovere on the dump in. Kept into the point for McKinnon. McKinnon trying to be urgent and get it towards the cage. Bach can't get it. 5 seconds left. Black still can't bring it towards the 4x6. It's pinned against the boards, and that'll do it. So Team White down 2-0, scored 4 unanswered again. And Black answered back late, but it's not enough, as White improves to 2-0. 2-0. So a great performance by Kaylee Osborne. Nice seeing eye shot by Gosling with 20 or so left in 4-2 victors yesterday, 4-3 victors. White is today. On behalf of Ron Ranke, Chris Colwell, the owners of the company, Corey Bro, Calvin Bellows, and all of our HN Live staff here on HockeyCanada.ca, I am Dave Dawson saying thank you so much for watching this presentation of the 2022 National Women's Development Camp Summer Showcase. Come back shortly, won't you, for the U18 game between Canada White and Finland. So long from the Mark and McPhail Center.